Hello and welcome back to Jack Knives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jack Knives. And welcome back to JACK-O-WEEN. Today we're going to find out what it means to be man's best friend. This is Good Boy. Sigrid meets a millionaire named Christian, who she decides to start dating. Only one problem: he has a dog. Well, actually, it's a man in a dog suit who acts like a dog, named Frank, even not speaking aside from making dog noises. Christian wants Sigrid to treat him as if it was a regular dog. But she starts to realize things aren't quite what they seem with Frank and Christian. So when I first saw this movie, I was impressed with how much it did with so little. I'm always a big fan of the aspects of indie filmmaking because of the simultaneous limitations through budget and yet not limitations with regards to restrictions. But with that being said, I was more surprised with how subdued this was. This could have easily turned into a experimental physical torture movie, or trying to turn a person into a creature in the physical sense. But it does it in a way that grounds it in reality up to a point. But it doesn't go too overboard. One of the other aspects that I love about this is the setting and the feeling. The main actress has a great ability to remain curious and hesitant, but not confident enough to run away. And it's done in a way that you could tell with how abusive relationships are, which this is what it is. You want to see where it's going to go. And one of the biggest things that's honestly a great plus to this movie is it doesn't overstay itself. The movie's only about 70 minutes, so it's a very quick watch, which I think adds to the element, because I think if it played out too much, it would have become too far-fetched. This is how I wanted the movie Tusk to be. Instead, we get that hot pile of garbage, whereas this does the same similar, but does it better because it's psychological. And it does it in a way that you're like, wow, this is good. I mean, granted, it's not quite the same story in any way, but it is very heavy in the elements. It feels uneasy. When they're in this big, empty house surrounded by forest, you feel a sense of dread that you don't know is justified or not. And it plays off of that unease extremely well. If you haven't seen this movie, or really heard of this movie, I do recommend checking it out. And make sure it's the Swedish movie, because I know there's another movie called Good Boy that has nothing to do with this. Once again, let's look into our skull of random madness for what's going to be on the docket next episode. God. Beau is afraid. Till next time.